And life finds a way.
Well, I didn't see that one coming. Riley is sweating, literally, after Violet drops a huge baby-shaped bombshell on him. But is this all a scam? And as for our other 90-Day Fiancé couples, they're doing just fine.
I don't want to see the Panamanian flags in the background.
Just kidding, they're all like imploding on themselves. So we have to talk about the season finale of 90-Day Fiancé before the 90 days. I'm Anna Rumor, and this is Pop Culture Social Call. Let's start with Riley and Violet. Now, we got a teaser at the end of last week's episode that Violet was claiming she's pregnant. But at the time, I was like, these two barely hugged. There's no way this is true. But in this week's episode, Riley admits that he and Violet did get intimate literally right before he left for home.
You know, a hand goes south and a lip goes north.
I don't really want to know what that means. When Riley got home, he was shocked to see that Violet broke up with him, but then just a couple weeks later, she reached out again to tell him she's pregnant, he's the father, and he should marry her now. I mean, talk about a headspin.
I'm really struggling on how to process this.
He also mentions he's on a medication that makes it almost impossible for him to father a child, but he says miracles happen? Or maybe they don't. Riley's suspicious that Violet might not be pregnant at all, or maybe with someone else's baby. And it's not suspicious that when he offered to support her through the pregnancy if she went to a doctor he found who also speaks English, she turned him down.
You know, I want to be excited about this, but this whole baby thing is just not adding up.
I need to know every detail about what happens between these two. This is easily the best thing that's happened all season. Although, I don't know, it was pretty good watching Nikola propose to Misha in like the middle of a street.
Right here?
Yes.
Look at this random guy. Even he's shocked that Nikola didn't wait until they were anywhere else. But it doesn't matter. Misha says yes, which I didn't expect. I thought she'd kind of cooled on him. But I guess there's nothing more romantic than watching your fiance haggle for your ring, because she's doing it.
This is one-of-a-kind diamond, and there's no child labor in it.
Well, maybe she is. The future seems unclear for these two, because Nikola doesn't want to live with Misha until they're married due to his religious beliefs, even though that's kind of their only option going for the K1 visa.
Opening door for the devil, and I hate the devil so much.
And Misha still has to annul her past marriage, so don't save the date yet.
Are you smelling your armpits again? Stop doing that. That's so gross.
Same for Statler and Dempsey. These two, shockingly enough, ended the season on a good note after almost breaking up last week over their very different ideas about having kids. This week, they kind of said, that's a problem for future us, and decided to move in together, despite, you know, the whole season of Dempsey thinking that's a bad idea.
Changed my mind.
See you at the tell-all, ladies. Another couple that stayed together despite the odds, in perhaps good sense, Amanda and Razvan. Looks like the heart-shaped pillow Amanda got Razvan worked because they decided during a romantic dinner that they wanted to continue their relationship, even if Razvan said this like 5 minutes prior.
I love you so much, but also you're my worst enemy.
And I smell a next season for these two because Razvan is going to meet Amanda's kids over Thanksgiving, and I do need to see that. Thank you, TLC. Speaking of next season, we get an absolutely iconic moment from Jasmine and Gino this episode.
I don't want to see the Panamanian flags in the background.
Spoiler alert, these two were announced as being on the new season of 90 Day Fiancé in a couple weeks, so we know she gets to the US. But in this finale, Jasmine's visa interview and application gets delayed again, and she freaks out.
They're gonna find an excuse just for us not to be together, baby.
Again, hard to get too invested when we know it all works out, but come on, this is gold.
Move the camera. It's not celebration time.
And then there's couples that I don't think we'll ever see together again, like Christian and Cleo. Despite this whole trip being basically a huge disaster, Cleo is really sad Christian's leaving, and he seems absolutely raring to get out of there.
Some of the things that happen are kind of a little bit like a dent in our relationship.
Like, you can see the expression on his face when Cleo asks to keep his sweatshirt until the next time they're together. It's the sorrow of saying farewell to a favorite piece of clothing.
Yeah, you can keep that.
But Cleo is going to be so much better off without him. I mean...
You're coming with me. But you better get on that plane and... Just kidding, it's Casablanca.
What a season. We've got the two-part tell-all kicking off next week. I absolutely need to know everything that happens with Violet and Riley. Let me know what your theory is in the comments. Then head over to popculture.com for the latest in entertainment news. Until next time, I'm Anna Rumor, and this is Pop Culture Social Call.